Welcome to Big Blend Radio, where we celebrate variety and how it adds spice to quality of life. Welcome to Big Blend Radio's Big Daily Blend Show, where we honor holidays and observances, as well as our Women Making History podcast that celebrates women of the past, the present, and the future. This show will also be shared on our Parks and Travel channel because it is about a national park and an incredible woman, Faye Fuller, who on this date, August 10th in 1890, first climbed Mount Rainier in Washington State. This is a story we wrote from our first visit in 2012, one of the very first national parks on Nancy and I's Love Your Parks tour. I'll never forget standing in a field thick with wildflowers and staring up at magnificent Mount Rainier. I was in complete awe of this prominent 14,410-foot peak in the Cascade Range, an active volcano that last erupted about 150 years ago. It was at the Longmire Museum where we learned of Faye Fuller, the teacher and journalist known for being the first woman to ascend Mount Rainier. Coupled with her introductory visit to Paradise, an area known for its abundance of summer wildflowers and spectacular views of Mount Rainier, it was P.B. Van Trump, one of the first climbers to ascend Mount Rainier, who inspired Fuller to make the big climb. Her initial attempt was in 1887, and she made it up to around 8,600 feet. Her second and successful attempt was in 1890 with P.B. Van Trump's climbing party. Apparently her outfit raised a few eyebrows because back then there wasn't climbing gear made for women. So, along with covering her face in charcoal, wearing goggles, and a small straw hat to protect her face from the wind and sun, she wore flannel underwear, a flannel bloomer suit, woolen hose, and boys' boots. The adventure was challenging. Climbing steep slopes of ice and snow, Fuller battled altitude sickness along with falling rocks, intense winds, and burning sunlight. She made the ascension, and at her request, with almost no assistance from the men in the climbing party. As she says, "It was a heavenly moment. Words cannot describe the scenery and beauty. How could they speak for the soul?" She was around 20 years old at the time when she wrote that and when she reached the summit of Mount Rainier. Again, this was August 10th, 1890. She climbed the mountain again in 1897. Now, she's known for her historic ascent of Mount Rainier, but she also became quite the advocate for women climbers and mountaineering in general. She was a founding member of the Washington Alpine Club, the Tacoma Alpine Club, as well as the Portland-based Mazamas Mountaineering Club. She traded her teaching career for journalism and, as the first female reporter for the Tacoma Ledger, wrote the column Mountain Murmurs, and it covered local mountaineering events and climbing stories. Faye Peak, overlooking Moach Lake in Mount Rainier National Park, is named after Faye Fuller. Mount Rainier National Park is an incredible destination to put on your national park travel adventure bucket list if you have not gone. If you have gone, I know you're going to be like me and Nancy and want to revisit the park. It's home to approximately 382 lakes, 470 rivers and streams, and climbs to 12,800 feet in elevation. It provides habitat for a diversity of plant and animal life, and there are 5 main regions to explore. You can learn more by going to the National Park Service website, which is nps.gov/MORA, or just go to our website, nationalparktraveling.com, and type in Mount Rainier. You're sure to read Faye's story there, as well as learn more about Mount Rainier National Park and all kinds of other amazing parks. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to Big Blend Radio. Keep up with our shows at bigblendradio.com.